twin lights of the Highlands, standing watch over the coastal waters to the north and east, looking out across Raritan Bay, north to the Twin Towers of New York City, then eastward, across the familiar profile of the peninsula called Sandy Hook to the great Atlantic seacoast at the northernmost point of the Jersey Shore, guardian of the coastline which forms the border of Middletown and its neighboring communities. Some people think of New Jersey as being shaped like an hourglass, and the Middletown area is situated at the top right of the southernmost section. What a unique location. Close to sand, surf, and pastoral surroundings, yet you can still get to New York City, Newark, or Princeton in less than an hour, and Philadelphia and Atlantic City in under 2. Electrified commuter rail service and an excellent road network make the Middletown area easy to get to and through. While the Middletown area has no true downtown, most people do their shopping along Route 35 and 36, and there are giant shopping malls nearby.
Good morning, 59 degrees in Monmouth County. Time to get up and get at 'em from the shore legend WJOK.
Ask 10 different Middletown residents how they get to work in the morning, and you're likely to get 10 different answers. Some head for the Big Apple, by train, bus, car, and now by ferry. Others are off to spend the better part of the business week on the road. And since the area is home to such major corporations as AT&T, Bell Labs, IFF, and Prudential, as well as many other local businesses, there's some of us lucky enough to roll out of bed at the last minute and be on our jobs in no time flat. The Middletown area is a great place to earn a living. Local government is receptive to industry. You've got everything in the way of support services literally at your fingertips. And there's an active, effective Chamber of Commerce working to make things better for local businesses. Of course, the home office phenomenon that is emerging all over America has come to Middletown too. Grown-ups aren't the only ones who have to get moving in the morning. There are over 18,000 school children in the Middletown area who attend one of 36 elementary, 11 secondary, and 5 excellent high schools. Over 85% go on to some form of higher education, with a significant number availing themselves of the excellent educational opportunities at Brookdale Community College, located in our Lincroft section, and nearby Monmouth College. We place a high priority on seeing to it that our children are well educated, not only in the classroom, but in other areas of personal enrichment as well. I guess we're like any other community when it comes to turning out to watch our kids participate in one activity or another. But one thing that's really terrific about this area is that everybody plays hard. And being so close to the water, there's so many things to do. Whether you're athletically inclined, a nature lover, or just your average beach potato. Many visitors to the Middletown area are surprised to find such an abundance of natural woodland and rolling countryside. Many of the people who live here escaped from the steel and concrete of major cities just for this reason. There's always a new road to explore, a fair to visit, or a tailgate picnic at the annual Middletown Hunt Meet on the former Haskell Estate. We're quite proud of our 3 major golf courses, particularly Navesink, home of this year's LPGA event. And there's plenty to do when the sun goes down, whether it's listening to big-name talent at the Garden State Arts Center, catching a chamber music concert at nearby Count Basie Theater, being part of the scene at a local club, or dining at a local seafood restaurant. And of course, there's always something going on in the Big Apple or in Atlantic City. Naturally, the Middletown area has its serious side too. Running a community takes everyone's participation. Middletown has the largest volunteer fire department in the world. We have 11 separate fire companies, over 35 pieces of equipment, and even our own training academy. Area first aid squads made over 4,500 emergency calls last year and were instrumental in protecting the lives and welfare of the community. Citizen participation in civic activities is a tradition that dates back to December 14th, 1667, where the first Middletown town meeting was held. Middletown and the surrounding area is steeped in history, As early as 1609, Henry Hudson and the crew of the Half Moon landed on the shore of Raritan Bay, where they traded with local Indian inhabitants. The Indians belonged to the Navasink and Raritan tribes of the Lenni Lenape Nation of the Algonquin Indians. Drive along any local scenic road, and chances are it was once a local Indian trail, including the legendary Minisink Trail leading to the northernmost headwaters of the Delaware River. The English settled in Middletown in 1664, following the surrender of New Amsterdam to the British by the Dutch. That same year, Thomas Whitlock built Middletown's oldest house. Because of its excellent view of New York Harbor, it was suspected during the Revolutionary War of harboring spies who used it as a place to monitor British shipping. Middletown has always enjoyed a rich religious tradition dating back to the original Baptist meetings in 1672 and the formation of Christ Church, then a part of the Church of England, in 1702. The townships of Hazlet and Holmdel were originally part of Middletown. Both were separated as one piece of land called Raritan just prior to the Civil War. Holmdel separated from Raritan less than a decade later, and Raritan changed its name to Hazlet quite recently. During the Revolution, Holmdel became known as the Hornet's Nest because of the annoying guerrilla tactics used by local farmers to harass the British troops as they withdrew. Holmdel High School carries on this proud tradition. 60 years after the Revolutionary War, the steamship Marion made regular freight and passenger runs from Atlantic Highlands to New York City. Nearly half a century later, this area was purchased to hold camp meetings, and in 8 years, the borough of Atlantic Highlands was incorporated. An active fishing industry has always thrived along the bay shore. The Belford Seafood Cooperative continues to serve the interests of the many commercial fishermen who, to this day, depart from the Belford Marina each day to harvest the fruits of the deep. Far-sighted business leaders plan to capitalize on the nautical traditions of the Bay Shore by creating a planned residential and commercial center built with the flavor of Nantucket on land adjacent to the Belford fishery. It is the traditions of the past which enrich the quality of life today. Middletown shows appreciation for its citizens who fought and died defending our country, both by monument and deed, with the commitment that those who made sacrifices for their country will be cared for when they return to civilian life. Middletown citizens of all denominations uphold their strong religious heritage by attending the nearby church or synagogue of their choice. Our area enjoys excellent access to first-rate health care and medical support facilities. Middletown oldsters help enrich our community, whether it be their sense of history, extensive knowledge and experience, or simply the twinkle in their eyes. We're firmly committed to making the golden years of our older residents full, happy, and productive. Sometimes I may go weeks or months without visiting a public park, but I feel good just knowing that it's there and will always be there for us to enjoy. It's nice just to look at the trees as I drive past, or to see the happy face of a neighbor's kid just back from fishing, sleigh riding, or playing frisbee in a nearby park. I'm so glad our town fathers had the foresight to set aside open lands before the bulldozers gobbled them up. We have over 100,000 lives to protect in the Middletown, Hazlet, Holmdel region, and there are bound to be problems of one sort or another each day with a population of that size, whether it's icy roads in the winter, getting the kids safely to and from school, or getting prompt medical aid to the scene of an accident. And our public officials consider each of these 100,000 people a neighbor, and it's their job to protect them. You should have seen this beach before we cleaned it up. It looked like a cross between your local garbage dump and a New York subway station. We got rid of the litter, planted flowers, put in nice restroom facilities, and what do you know? The people are taking pride in it.
Well, my name is Barbara Tillier, and I am president of the Middletown Area Chamber of Commerce. The Middletown Area Chamber of Commerce represents the business interests of the communities of the greater Middletown area, which includes Atlantic Highlands, Hazlet, Holmdel, and Middletown Township. Those of us who live and work in the greater Middletown area are aware of the many benefits offered by our communities. This video production, sponsored by the Middletown Area Chamber of Commerce, targets points of interest, historic sites, diverse attractions, as well as the life of the people in the area, and best illustrates why the Middletown area offers the best of life through its beautiful topography, proximity to ocean, bay, and rivers, and recreational opportunities. Retail businesses, professional services, major corporations offer a booming economic climate, tempered by community planning boards who have wisely planned for retention of open spaces for parks and recreation to maintain the beauty of our land. The greater Middletown area is a great place to live, as well as economically sound for business opportunities. The Middletown Area Chamber of Commerce is pleased to present this video as a service to the communities it serves.
The pride that Middletown has always shown in its people and traditions continues to thrive and grow. If you and your business would like to be part of a caring and progressive community, Middletown welcomes you.